Hello, my new crew. It's Carol. Thank you for popping by. And on this quest today, I've called it the 60s sweet spot. And by that I mean I put the sweet spot in the middle and the front and the back again. So just to give you context. And I was thinking, overall, in the past, my life, a happy life, a busy life. And then I think a lot of people would describe their lives like that at my age. And then there's another, if that was A, let's say there's B, where people have been not as happy, and that was sort of their story, and they've always lived a certain turmoil kind of way. But for me, my life, it was a life of busyness, of children, of initially school, university, work, and then husband, and you just fill your entire day, you're busy. You don't even have time to pause to say if you're happier. But it was a happy time. I look back and there's only good, well, not only, but many, many good memories, and I felt happy. And I think that's the key. I think those that feel unhappy know that they're not happy. In fact, I was reading that when you ask someone to describe themselves, people that are happy tend to describe themselves as happy, and people that are not say they're not happy. And I wonder if we looked at people, and not to be judgmental, but if you looked at people and you say, oh yeah, I know, I can kind of categorize people too, and like, she's positive, she's usually optimistic, or he's negative, he's usually pessimistic. So I think those are kind of broad in range, and I think we kind of feel. I'm having a little difficulty with feeling and thinking lately, like deciphering them, but that's another day. And also, we're the generation, or I was in the generation, or the timeline, where when you felt off, let's say, there was these great resources that we thought that were great, like Oprah. Oprah gave us the gratitude journal and living in the present, and then all the books she recommended. They just gave you such lift, if you will. And then, so combine that with, so when you felt low, you had resources, or you felt other people felt the same way. But overall, happy life, happy existence, happy sort of busyness. It was all great. Put myself today, it becomes a sweet spot because it becomes a spot where you're getting insight. More importantly, I feel I'm being deliberate and not so reactive like it was before. And having done a little bit of research, like we talked in past videos, in terms of like what the other side are thinking and feeling, you know that the books, the confessions I read, the 90-year-olds interviews, and it makes you feel, or it makes you think that I could learn from that. There's a lesson here, and the same might be true. Like, I don't need to relive all those experiences that they have. I'm at that sweet spot where I could learn from that. Whereas before, when you're younger, learning from an older person, yeah, and logically maybe, but you don't really think. You think you got to go through it, and that may be true. But now at 60, I can learn from these lessons. And at 60, I can also think of time differently, in the sense that not so much that I don't want to waste time, but I certainly don't want to waste time on the same mistakes or regrets or whatever it is. So with that in mind, you're sitting here very, very deliberately, and I want to keep deliberately going in a happier momentum. And now that I'm not as busy to be distracted, it has to be consciously, it has to be deliberately. And for those out there who might feel like, oh, I'm more of an unhappy person, it could be a chance to maybe tweak it, maybe change it, maybe if it's my journey. It's getting clearer of what my goals or purpose are going to be and how I'm going to approach. Like, I don't think there'd be many more of thinking it through, I think I can get there to what it's going to be or what am I going to try to accomplish. So I think it's time to let's dig a little deeper and see where it takes us. Ciao, ciao. Thank you for joining, and especially have a happier day. And to my little monkeys, bye now.